Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
As we say good morning to Johnny Best, Chair of the Paraparaumu Raumati Community Board. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning, Nigel. How are you this morning?
I'm well, thanks. I was just thinking, have you got that photo in of the piece of sculpture you want put up on the corner of the street down there in Paraparaumu Beach?
There was a photo that was on the Kapiti News, I think, earlier this week, but I'll see if I can find a copy and email you a copy, Nigel?
Oh, yeah, I've seen one. I was just wondering whether the council, they were waiting on that to give approval to have that installed there for a wee while.
Look, I'm sure they've got the photo of that. They've got the images of it, and I think there is going to be a report coming to a meeting on the 12th of April, sort of deciding where it's going to be placed and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, sure. It looked reasonable and something appropriate for the area anyhow, but no doubt you'll hear more about that tomorrow night at your Paraparaumu Raumati Community Board. Where's that going to be held, Johnny?
Well, we're going to Raumati South. We like to sort of move it around the district, so we're going to be at the Raumati South Bowling Club at 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
All right. That's in, what, Glen Road, if I remember rightly, isn't it?
41 Glen Road, I believe.
Yeah. So that's tomorrow night, 7 o'clock start. Righto. Anything major on the agenda?
Well, what we've got a resolution regarding from one of our members regarding the Kapiti Coast Airport.
Oh, yes.
Sort of working to work collaboratively with the Chamber of Commerce, the Kapiti Airport, and just to promote the advantage and convenience of flying from Kapiti Coast Airport. So, I mean,
yes.
Pretty difficult motion not to be able to support, really.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's been pretty well resolved, isn't it? I mean, they're working through it very well at the moment with government departments and our Kapiti mayors chasing it along and other interested parties. So I think they had a good meeting yesterday too, didn't they? I think about 150 turned up.
Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to attend, but I understand it was a big meeting and there was something on TV News last night about it.
Oh, good, yeah. Okay, now I think they'll get it resolved. It's just a matter of working through all the protocol to get it going. Air Chatham's looks like they're fairly keen on it, talking about 3 flights a day, which would be more than what we've had now.
Yes, but I think it's with a reduced seating, but no, that's awesome news.
Yeah, but we're not the only airport that's suffering. I see New Plymouth are going to have their services cut too, so not completely, apparently just reduced. So that's part of business these days, isn't it? But we do need somebody to be in and out of our airport, that's for sure.
We certainly do. I mean, it's a great asset to the community.
Right. Now, you got, I see about 6 applications, haven't you, for funding tomorrow night too? That'll be an interesting one.
Yeah, we might be running out of money soon, Nigel.
Well, that's what I was sort of going to ask you next. How much more money have you got left for this year? Because you finished at about the end of June, don't you?
Yeah, so we've got one more meeting after this meeting.
Yep.
And I will have to check to see how much money we've got left to distribute after that.
Of course, we're only talking about $500 maximum, aren't we, in these applications?
Yeah, that's right. And it might be, that we just have to defer some of them until the next financial year.
Yeah, sure. Most probably all worthy of their applications. I see the Community Patrol, they've had to get some new tyres for their vehicles, so you might have to give them a little bit of help to get them on the road again.
Well, pretty difficult cause not to be able to support, really. Yeah.
How successful is that, Johnny? Do you hear much from them?
We do hear a little bit from them, and on my understanding, it has been successful. So I mean, they do their patrols, and it just sort of complements the work that the police and other people do.
Right, yeah, fair enough too. I mean, they're the ears and eyes that the police can't be everywhere, and they do a great job, as far as I know, in the area. So, yep, let's help support them. Now, you've got a presentation by Greater Wellington Regional Council too, haven't you, tomorrow night?
Yes, we've also got Russell Bell from the Friends of the Queen Elizabeth Park coming along, so I think he's sort of concerned about draining of the wetlands and wanting to have the wetlands restored.
Oh, yeah.
Greater Wellington will be able to respond to some of that stuff with their weed and settlement clearing work that they're doing. And they're going to be discussing coastal erosion from the latest storm that we had, and and of course with the Argentinian ants as well. But later this week we're also going to be doing a walk along the park with Greater Wellington Regional Council, I think, on Thursday.
Right. So how bad was the erosion after the last storms around your area, Johnny?
I'm not quite sure. I haven't been down there to have a look, and it's one of the reasons why we're going to be going for this walk. But I think it is sort of starting to threaten the coastal track there.
Right. And speed limits around the area, you'll be talking about that, will you? I mean, they're asking for some consultation work on that.
Yes, so that's been a long time coming. My understanding is that the consultation is underway at the moment.
I think they're seeking submissions, aren't they, from the community?
Yes, and affected residents from, because at the moment they're doing the sort of, there's the formal so at the moment there's the early engagement process.
Yeah.
And in April there's the formal consultation where it'll be with directly affected people, so those people, say, down in Raumati South there.
Yeah, sure. Long-term plan, how are we going with that? Have you got yourself underway there?
Yes, board members attended the beach market on Saturday. So that was part of the engagement of the long-term plan. So that started, I think, on the 23rd, which was Saturday, and that ends 23rd of next month.
Okay. And
there's engagement events all around the district. We'll be at Marine Gardens, I think, on the 14th of next month.
Do you get much response from people, say, at the market? Do they stop and have a good old chat to the council?
Yeah, there was some good, healthy, robust discussions, and I saw the mayor getting a bit of a hard time. But we get a little bit. And we dish out a few of the consultation documents, so hopefully people take those away and read, and we'll look forward to seeing their submissions.
Of course, the council are looking for, even if it is criticism, they're looking for that sort of information so they can prepare for their long-term plan. So, I mean, you can't be shy in going forward or putting yourself forward. Yeah,
and look, and there's some really important things that people need to sort of think about, and one of those, of course, is the rates review. That's proposed as part of this long-term plan consultation, and that has an effect for everybody in the district. That's the ratepayer.
Yeah, that's dead right. It's very hard.
There is a tool on the council website which actually shows how the proposed changes would affect your rates.
Yes, and of course looking at a lot of people in the community want to have curbside recycling and that taken over by the council again, but they put out a paper saying how much it would cost or which additional cost would have to be put onto the rates. So people have got to think about these things, haven't they?
That's right, and I mean it's market driven. It's all done by these companies, and people have a choice. I mean, they just need to have a look around. I mean, I did see that there was one company that was offering a $10.70 per month for a bin. I'm not quite sure how often it was emptied, but it's not advertised on their website. But that's $10 a month. That's not too bad, really.
No, rubbish might be a bit pongy by the end of a month, mightn't it? But never mind. Find out about it.
and with that removal of rubbish, they do actually have to provide a recycling service as well.
Yeah, sure. And that's the biggest part, is the recycling, isn't it? I mean, up in Auckland, they are just saying this morning earlier on that they haven't got any recycling now for glass, the bottles and things like that, because the waste management won't take it. It's too dangerous for their collectors. Well, there must be a way around that, surely.
Well, I haven't heard of that, but that's a lot of glass. It sounds like it's going to end up in landfills.
Well, they showed the landfill with all these bottles in, millions of them. It was just amazing. So we can't afford that. However, that might be even brought up at your meeting tomorrow night. Get along and have your say at the Raumati South Bowling Club, 7 o'clock.
Great stuff, yes.
Good on you, Johnny. And, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Johnny Best. He's the chair of the Paraparaumu Raumati Community Board.
106.3 Beach FM.